What's up? I just got up from a nap, and there's been a couple things I've been thinking about. Not major things, it's just stuff I want to improve at. One of them is my organization system. There's so many systems online to improve your organization. They all have a monthly fee to it. Some people use a software called Notion. Some people use Apple Notes. I have a friend that swears by using everything on Apple Notes. And I sometimes use that stuff. I think it's great for an organization system. But I'm somebody who just likes to handwrite anyway. This is the newest style of journal that I've been using. Before this, it was journals like this. I really like journals that had the ability to open. I don't know what I've written inside, so I'm not going to show you that, but and then just close it with the strap. I've always really liked that. And I've just had journals that didn't have a binding like this, a spiral binding. So this was typical. I liked it. I've done this for many, many years. And I just started these because I've been looking in Vietnam for a while to find a good notebook with decent paper, which is actually kind of difficult. And I found this one at Muji. And I could put a pen on the side. And it still has the strap here, which is great. And I take all my notes here. But just like some other note-taking apps, it's just page by page. So if I want to go back and find where I have some notes, I gotta, flip page by page and be like, where was it? Oops. This is high quality Japanese paper, so it's really slippery, but it feels so smooth to write on. And so I was thinking about putting these tabs in there on the pages so that if I had the tabs in there, I could turn the pages easier. Here's another thing. On my desk, I have a bunch of sticky notes. Like, I get a video idea, write it down, I'm just sticking another one there. And when I'm done, I can throw it away, but there are some notes I'm not ready to throw away yet. So, I have a big notebook that I've been writing stuff in. Just like one big notebook that I'm like, all right, writing stuff in. It's just like a trash notebook, right? Just write one thought after another thought of idea in here. And if I'm working on it, like, oh, I want to talk about this during a video, or I want to try that thing, I'm just writing it down. I have a call, I'm just like writing the notes in here. I have a separate notebook for my Vietnamese studies. This one I can show you easily without worrying or anything. This is the vocabulary I'm working on. And actually, I take information from this system and put it into Anki, an online flashcard system. And so that's how I'm studying. I'm not actually going back and forth through this information. In fact, when I write in my journal, this is usually for the act of journaling, the act of writing, getting my thoughts out, and working through some feelings and thoughts. And I don't usually go back through it. Occasionally, like I showed you this journal, I will go to a random page, open it up, read the date, and then also read what's on the page. And that is sometimes very interesting because it can show you how much your mindset's changed or how much you've grown, or, oh, that thought that I had at that time has improved a lot. Like, I've actually built on that, right? Like, sometimes I pull up my journal and I'm writing about during the time when I'm stuck on my mom's sofa and I'm imagining leaving the country, but I'm not sure how. And I'm writing like, oh, I could sell my belongings. I could do this thing, but where would I go and where should I try? And like having those thoughts, it's really interesting to look back and know I had those thoughts and then realize now today I'm living in another country and I have followed through with those thoughts. And then also the journey in between. So I do occasionally go back. I will not get rid of these. I did buy, because I like Muji a lot, I did buy a planner recently. I think it's kind of nice. It's got high quality paper. I love high quality smooth Japanese paper. But it's got the month views. I bought this like a week ago, okay? The reason I'm showing it to you and the reason I started this video is it's still empty. I'm really excited about writing in this, but it's still empty. Sometimes I get something nice and I'm just like a little bit worried about what to write in there. Another example of a really nice journal I got was this one. It's so nice. I got this in Japan, and I was talking to people at the store to choose this one, and they were just showing me how high quality the paper was. And so I have written in here, and I thought, because I've wanted to write a book before, that the thoughts and writings I have for that book will go in here. So I specifically will pick this up and write some stuff for the book, because I would rather do that than just go online and type stuff up. So this is kind of like the book journal. Although if I have an idea and I don't have this one with me because it stays at home, I'll write it somewhere else. But it took me a long time before I got a single word in here because I didn't want to use it for the wrong purpose. Oh man, it just reminded me I got a whole stack of other journals here for different things. And some of them just don't get used because I'm not working on that project at the moment. And so we have the pages here, right, for months. They have 12 months in a year. And then the rest of the entire notebook is filled with these pages, which is weekly stuff. And then in a page on the side. So what I'm thinking is, fill this out with main objectives, things I really want to accomplish in life. Because what you do consistently is what gets done over time. If you don't do stuff consistently, you just try to rush to do something, maybe you can get like a small project completed, but it's not going to change your life. The consistent stuff over time will become a part of your life, and that changes your life. And so, especially with this video stuff, I'm thinking about organizing it in a way that makes a bit more sense. Recently, I've filmed a lot of videos, and I mean, I want to organize it a bit better and how to get them out because I'm filming a ton. But then as soon as I start editing them, I realize that there's all this process of like writing the description, putting the timestamps on, so figuring the timestamps out. But you got to edit first to do that, and then other pieces like the thumbnail and stuff. And I don't know how much I should really be putting into those because when I do those, I get stuck every time. I get stuck when I do those. But then not only the videos, I also have a company that I'm running. I have the gym that I go to each day. There's other projects that I work on. And I'm learning Vietnamese. There's a lot that I fill my time with, and I use Google Calendar for everything. But I am thinking about using this. I'm excited about it, and I've been excited about it for the last week, and I just have not started. And each time I think about it, I'll have somebody text me and be like, hey, I'm in town or something like that. And it's like, oh, all right, well, put all my stuff down and then go out and see them. And so when I do something like this, I don't stack my day nonstop with stuff to do. I, in fact, just put one or two most important things down on that day, which is like record a video or complete a project for one of the clients, like work on this piece of the project the client asked me for, or study Vietnamese, go to the gym, and I'll put those in separate days. I've heard this concept before about in a single day, there should be 1 to 3 things that are most important to you to do in that day. That's it. Like if you're trying to pack your day, it's going to stress you out. 1 to 3 things. And so I'm thinking like, for an example, because I have class on Tuesday, it would be go to the gym, study Vietnamese, and one other thing, whatever it is that most important for that day. So an example could be record a YouTube video. So record a YouTube video, go to the gym, and study Vietnamese. No more than that, at least on here. So I know that when I'm completed that, I've completed my day. I can do more. There's probably other stuff that I need to do, but as long as those are the most important things, I will feel completed. And that's a big thing when you're trying to work on stuff to be productive. You often don't feel completed, especially if you got your own company or you're doing freelance work or something. It's just infinite. There's infinite work. There's infinite things to work on. And I have been trapped there many times. And so I'm hoping that this will allow me to just feel comfortable in this stuff. Because I guess I've been a little bit trapped there recently where I've had stuff on my mind nonstop and I kind of feel like I'm working on different stuff nonstop, which does cause this lingering level of stress. And also sometimes it causes you to question whether or not you're doing some of the right stuff. As I work on other projects that are not related to specifically to the income I make, then it does have me question it at times. That one of those, for example, is language learning. I just showed you the notebook, but learning language is hard. It's really hard. And it's time consuming, and you doubt yourself often, especially if you've never learned another language at all at first. This is my first other language I'm learning. There's a lot of doubt that goes into it and wanting to give up. And it makes me think about the gym. For me, I tried to go to the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week. And for a couple of years, I struggled for like trying to be consistent with the gym and just like not going until I finally changed that to 4 days a week. So I, rather than 5, 6 or every day, I decided to go to the gym for just 4 days a week. And once I did that, I really started to see the changes in my body. In fact, I saw them so much that I got a little less strict on some food options and diet. Like I ate a little bit more candy, ate a little bit more fun stuff, but I was still seeing my body improve so much. And I was like, but it's only 4 days. But I feel what was really happening is that I was consistently going every 4 days. I was also pushing myself a lot harder when I was in the gym, but I was being so consistent on those 4 days a week. And it's not that hard, just 4 days a week. And so I started putting that thought into other things like learning language. I was trying to do language like 5 or 6 days a week, and it was so exhausting. And my brain was mush. I was burned out. I got other stuff I'm doing. That's not my whole focus in life. And so I've moved language down to maybe 3 or 4 hours a week, 3 or 4 times a week, essentially. And so as long as I stick with 3 or 4 times a week for the next few years, the changes will be tremendous. That's what happened with the gym. It was 4 times a week for years. And that makes a difference rather than an extended period, like a condensed period of time. Because for language learning, there's so much content out there, and people are like, I learned the language in 6 months. And it's like, that's great. Good for you. Honestly, like, no, people that do that, I really do think it's awesome that they do that. But also it's like that's probably your main focus. You probably don't have anything else like going on in your world. You can probably have friends and stuff like that, but you might not also be running a company, taking care of things. I just find it really hard to split your mind. I still remember when I was traveling to different countries and studying languages, whether it was Spanish in Colombia, studying Spanish in Peru, or studying Japanese in Japan. When I would meet, and I was going to classes in these countries, when I would meet people in the class, some people, like, either they just graduated university or they just quit their job, and they were like free, like that, nothing. They didn't have to work. They didn't have to think about work. Nothing was pulling at their brain. So their whole mind could be into the language. And for some people, like, for example, they were obsessed. Some people I met were obsessed with Spanish, and they were completely free. Just graduated university, obsessed with Spanish, the language, wanted to learn it, and could just throw themselves into it. It was incredible. Yeah, of course I had a little bit of jealousy at how great they were at the language while I'm sitting there trying to learn it, but I'm not as obsessed as them. And I was working. I had like, oh my God, when I was in Colombia, I would study language for 4 hours, eat a lunch, and then go run my company for the rest of the day. It was so exhausting. And I was traveling with a group of people, and they thought I wasn't making time for them. I mean, I guess I was. I didn't have any time. Like, I literally was trying to run a company and try to learn a language. It was tough. And so there's no way I could learn it to the ability that someone else is learning it when they are obsessed with the language and have all this free time and mental space. Let's just talk about Vietnamese, for example. It's a little unfortunate I am not obsessed with the language, because if I was, I would probably learn it so much quicker. Additionally, I have other projects I'm working on. Like, I still am running a company, but also I'm doing a YouTube channel. I'm trying to do other projects that I find enjoyable. And that is just part of my life. That's something I've come to accept. So I could try to force myself to push and learn language quicker, which some people actually tell me to do, but I'm not here to listen to other people. I'm here to live the life that I want to live at the pace that I want to live it. So do I want to hurry up and cram stuff in and maybe burn out and push to learn a language? Or do I want to just enjoy my life, do the things that make it meaningful? Because you're going to have opportunity costs no matter what option you choose. Make it meaningful and still learn the language. Like over the next 3 or 4 years, even if I go at a slow pace of 3-4 hours a week, I'll still learn it. If you go to the gym just 3 or 4 hours a week over the next 2 or 3 years, you will see massive changes in your body. And so I'm imagining that same concept is for your mind as well. I guess we'll find out in 2 or 3 years. We'll see how my language learning ability is. So I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of this right now. Like I mentioned, I just woke up from a nap. This morning I woke up at 6 and I was like trying to think about stuff to do, writing a little bit. I had a work meeting early and then I had a call with a friend real quick. And then I had my Vietnamese class and I was just like brain dead. So then I took a nap, woke up and recorded this video. What do you think I should write in here? Do you have any thoughts about how to utilize this best? Again, there's the pages with just the weeks, an empty page right here, the calendar on the front. I'm also thinking about going to Muji and getting a binder where I can like put pages in there and then also maybe have like a separation sheet. I'm thinking about something for YouTube, to be honest, because I have all these sticky notes and I write like an idea for a video or something that I want to talk about. And I don't really want to throw it away yet because I got to go back and edit the videos. So like at this moment, including this video, I'll have 6. I'll have 6 videos that have been posted. And I've posted in order. You're seeing this. It will be the last 5 videos that I have posted. But I realized that information that I've recorded before can be used in typing the description or writing a title or something. And I think I still need that information. But I can't really just keep a messy stack of this. So I can stick them in like the notebook, right? If I'm writing ideas, I could stick it under there and then have it under the next page and use like the tabs. I can use these tabs to mark the page or something. But I don't really have an organization system. I know there were so many people that loved organization in university. They had all their highlighters and all their colors. I didn't. I just would cram before an exam. I would like super cram before an exam, stay up all night, take the test and pass. That was why I did. I wasn't really a super organized person ever. I'm someone who's very social and just chats with people. I'm a talker, I'm a question asker, I'm a listener. I'm a really communicative person. And I do have some organization systems that have been built on the computer, other things that I have learned from people. But as far as a physical organization system, it has always been, even in university, a page by page system where I just flip to the next one, write the notes, flip to the next one, write the notes. So that's it. You got some thoughts? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear it. I'm going to see if I can write a little bit in here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.